Have you heard of the Cupcake Crusader? If you haven't, you've heard of her now. Not only that, you're going to hear from her, not just of her. The headline this morning, that takes the cupcake. Dog Mess Crusader is cautioned. The Cupcake Crusader has a real name. Her name is Louise Willows. She's a mother of two in her 30s. She lives in Crouch End, North London, and she joins me on the programme. Louise, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Can you describe to us what your crusade is against?
It's basically about the epidemic that's of dog poo that's just, scourging our streets. In Haringey, it's obviously endemic to the borough, but in Crouch End, where I walk around, I take my child to nursery, I push the buggy. You literally can't walk 2 steps without, falling into a pile. And I'm just absolutely sick of it. It's so disgusting. And obviously there are health issues.
So you decided not simply to be sick of it, but to do something about it and talk about hands-on. What did you decide to do, Louise?
Well, it was all sort of born around the idea that of cupcakes. Crouch End is a very cupcake sort of place. You can't move, 2 metres without falling into an artisan baker's. Mm-hmm. And I myself am very fond of cupcakes.
Yes.
And so I thought, well, engage people. There's lots of people in various, areas of N8, which is the borough I live in, who are drawing round poos with chalk and sort of writing rude messages, clear it up, all the rest of it. Mm-hmm. And I thought, Crouch End, it's so full of children. We're Nappy Valley here. Mm-hmm. And I thought I wanted something that they could relate to in a sort of fun way, so people could think, almost sort of guerrilla style, who's doing all these cupcakes? Yes. So that was really the idea. And
so essentially, you swoop in on a pile of dog mess.
I do.
You remove it, right? Or you leave it?
I've got a very glamorous pair of marigolds which I don, and I have got a bleach spray. I bought some little dog disposal bags, dog waste bags, which are so cheap. I don't understand why people, start buying them. They're, less than a penny each.
Right, so you don your marigolds, you swoop in upon the dog mess, you scoop it up, you put it in the very cheap black bag, and tell everybody what you do next, Louise.
I spray the area, and then right by the area, I will hasten to add not right in it, I draw a cupcake. And 2 cupcakes if there was 2 piles, 3 if there was 3.
And there is a picture of one of your drawings of a cupcake in the Telegraph this morning.
Is there?
Yes, there is. And I don't know if your drawing is after the style of Manet, Degas, Renoir. It's an impressionist cupcake, I would say.
I think Degas would be the look.
Okay, so it's pale pastel. It's very pretty. The one I'm looking at is all pale yellow and gorgeous pink icing, and it looks to me like a cherry on the top.
It is, yes.
Now, what could be more delightful, one might imagine, than exchanging a pile of dog ordure for a very pretty and captivating picture of a cupcake? However, you have fallen foul, and I use the word foul advisedly, of the Crouch End Constabulary, who are taking a very dim view. Now, is it they don't like your style of painting? Is that what it is?
It could be. It could be, their art critique. Look, they didn't like it. But I think it was more the fact that I had crept out under the cover of darkness and was chalking a wall by the park. So, to be fair to the local constabulary, I could have been, a hoodie wielding a spray can. They didn't know that. They did circle twice, and I was sort of gleeful that I got away with it. And I will also say I wasn't terribly clever in my attire of guerrilla warfare. I'm going to have to step that up. I've got wild blonde hair, and I was wearing a pair of stripy pyjamas and a pair of big Doc Marten boots. So I wasn't really inconspicuous.
Now, it says here, 2 police officers on Saturday ordered you to scrub your drawings off the wall and scrub away the message that you wrote that read, "Dog owners, please clear up your dog's mess. Children walk here." Did you agree in docile fashion, Cupcake Crusader, simply to scrub off the picture?
I don't think docile was the word. I did try to sort of argue my corner, and again, to be fair of them, one of the WPCs did she sort of cracked a smile. The other one, who was obviously bad cop, good cop, bad cop, said, well, I give you 2 choices. You can either go and scrub it off, and I thought, you don't have to say anything else. I've got the picture.
What do you think all would have been marched down to prison straight away?
I think, yes, I would have.
You're already wearing your pyjamas. You would have fitted right in.
I know, but then I thought, well, if they arrest me and they bang me up, perhaps somebody could bring me a file and a cupcake. I don't know.
So it says in the paper, 2 female officers told you the drawings were criminal damage. They made you go home and return with a bucket and a brush. Did you do that?
I did. But unfortunately, the chalk that I thought would be very easily able to remove is still there. So fortunately it does highlight my campaign, but I'm hoping some kind soul with a pressure hose might come and sort of remove it before I do get, I'm up before the beak.
Now you are quoted in the paper saying, I am prepared to stand trial for this. But I don't think any judge in the land would throw the book at me for what I'm doing. It does please me that our streets are being watched. I only wish they keep an eye out for the perpetrators of the actual crime. Those are dogs, though, rather than criminals, aren't they?
Well, yes. But I don't think we can arrest dogs. I do like dogs, I have to point this out. I'm not waging a war against dogs. In my perfect world, dogs would have corks, not bottoms. But it's the perpetrators of this this fouling, basically, that I just want to make them realise that actually we're not going to stand for it or stand in it any longer.
Do you have support, Cupcake Crusade? I don't know if you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you have a partner, or anything like that.
I am married, yes, Mr. Cupcake.
Yes, what does Mr. Cupcake say about you creeping around Crouch End in your pyjamas, scooping up poop and drawing pictures of cupcakes all over the place?
He thinks I'm a fruitcake.
I wondered, a fruitcake rather than a cupcake. So if you did end up in the dock over this, would he back you up, or would he say, now this is ridiculous, you can't keep doing this?
No, he would back me up. He would back me up. He sort of raises a wry eyebrow to the whole thing, but actually he sees that I'm absolutely passionate and, going hell for leather. There's really not much I can do about it.
What about friends and family? Do they realise that you are the Cupcake Crusader? Because obviously you've been outed now in the press, now on BBC London. People are going to know, Louise Willows, it's you.
Yes, I actually haven't heard the term Cupcake Crusader yet. The moniker that I've been languishing under is actually the Crouch End Cupcake. So yes, I am outed, and I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess it sort of, brings things to the fore, but yes, it will make them think that I'm probably even more of a fruitcake than they already thought.
Now, you will be aware, Louise, that this is the BBC, and therefore we have to make sure that we are impartial at all times about absolutely everything. So we have been on the blower to the Crouch End Constabulary and asked them to come on the programme and give their side of the story. And they told us they are listening carefully to the conversation. Honestly, they've been speaking to my producer Esther this morning and to Hayley and Preet, who are manning the phones. They are listening carefully to the conversation before considering at length what they might want to say to us.
Right.
So I suppose we could use this as an opportunity for you to say something to them. And I would imagine it would go along one of two lines. One would be, I'm terribly sorry, Crouch End Constabulary, and I'm never going to do it again. And another would be, I'm certainly going to continue my crusade. You won't stop me, and I will carry on painting cupcakes where once there was poop. Now, which of the two are you going to say?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to go for the latter and take my chances that, somebody's going to come and arrest me, but I will step up my guerrilla style and perhaps be a little bit more unobtrusive than I have been previously.
So the fact that they have told you it's criminal damage...
Well, I don't know whether it's criminal damage on the pavement. I'm hoping not, because you see people chalking the pavement with pictures, whether I could apply for a licence from the council, whether there could be just some sort of amnesty while I, bring focus to this.
Have you any evidence at all, Cupcake Crusader, to see that or show that anyone's taking any notice? I mean, have you noticed any diminution in the deposits on the streets of Crouch End?
Well, not actually, but I have noticed that the man that's on the council who comes round with his wheelie bin and scrubbing tools has actually been up and down Denton Road a couple of times. I've seen him, and I've never seen him before. So I'm hoping that might have been inspired by the council. I've also had a flood of support emails from my mums at the nursery saying what a fantastic thing that I'm doing. And I've mounted a campaign on a hyper-local community website called Opinionate, and I'm hoping that will also gather steam if you review the appalling one. So yes, I am getting support, and it's great. I really thank people for backing me on this. I mean, if I get 15 minutes of fame for shoveling dog poop, then I guess I should be happy.
Well, I think you've had your 15 seconds. I think you've had more like 15 minutes. So Louise Willows, the Cupcake Crusader of Crouch End. Let me just read you this from Clarissa. She says, hurrah for the Crouch End Cupcake Crusader. The superb Louise Willows should be highly praised for her pursuit of purveyors of poo impropriety. What a wonderful Willows. The constabulary should be ashamed of threatening the Cupcake Crusader. But don't forget the Cape Crusader himself faced severe opposition from the Penguin. Don't know if that means anything to Louise or not. If you want to call in support or indeed in condemnation of the Cupcake Crusader, who is said to be breaking law, two female police officers told them the drawings were criminal damage. So I don't know whether you can be seen to support or not, but what do you think of that? And is there a pestilence of poop where you live too? And do you feel that people are not scooping when they should be scooping when poop occurs? 0207 224 2000. Of course, we're